I forgot to start YouTube. It's fine. We haven't really done anything other than, you know, find Gastrodon. I have an extra ball of calcium. I have one extra bone in my body. So I'm just, you know, I'm built different, you know. And that hurt like hell. Feeling that rattle around in my wrist while he was working down there and filling out a lot of that black, because like that and the head up here are the two spaces that had most, and just Ollie. And Nemo. Jesus Christ, both of you. But despise getting a shot. Stick, same. I thought getting piercings and getting tattoos would get me over my fear of needles in general and getting shots and stuff. Nope. Not at all. Not at all. Can't stand it. So bad Charlie had to make. Yeah, dude, when I saw Charlie make a video about it, I was like, oh, time to update. Also, holy shit, dude. Can I just say, speaking of videos, that I've been getting all of my like shit about the bricks and minifig stuff with like from Charlie and finding out about that. God damn, dude. It feels like every time some new information comes out with this bricks and minifig shit, it's just worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. Sucks, dude. It sucks. This situation is just awful. Shading on my Majora's Mask bicep tattoo a lot worse than my hand tattoo. Really? The shading on all of these tattoos weren't really that bad. To be fair, Goku was like a 15-minute tattoo, so. With more bonus, rough set aunts also have tattoos on tops of their feet. Oh, God, but we inherited super bony feet from our grandma's side of the family, so they said it was the most painful tattoo they have. Mine was definitely I have my spider from Hunter x Hunter, specifically Shizuku's. She's my favorite of the Phantom Troop. Most of our friends have the spiders in the positions of our favorite Phantom Troop member, and the legs that go down towards my hips. Of course, I'm not nearly as chubby as I was when I got this tattoo, so I was getting real close to my hip bone, and that shit vibrated. Awful. Awful. That was probably the worst I felt. Oh, and like, of course, my ribs. Awful. Terrible. That is also true, Mustang. Yeah, the shots are in the blood and meat. Look at when I get a shot or blood drawn. It's the only way I've learned to cope. K-Fob, I haven't had to get blood work done in years because I don't have health insurance. So, as far as I know, I have a clean bill of health and I don't need any blood work. I think my next piece is going to be the Lord of the Rings tramp stamp, speak, friend, and enter in Elvish. That's awesome. That's an awesome tattoo. I have a couple things. So we just had another tattoo artist that we love move back in to our town and open up a shop. And she does some really nice insect and animal artwork. And I want her to do a companion beetle piece up on my shoulder of a emerald jewel beetle and the coin beetles from Delicious in Dungeon. And I want that as like a companion piece on my shoulder here. And then I also want her to do I want to turn my right leg into a complete aquatics leg for all of my favorite sea creatures. It's going to be a hammerhead shark, a blacktip reef shark, a Nidarian, a blue ring octopus, fish, and then a nautilus on this leg. So I want her to do that full piece. It's going to be expensive, and I want it in color, of course. And then this was one of my dream tattoos for anybody that For anybody that knows Micah Ulrich, he does very, very cool tarot card designs. Now, I don't give a fuck about tarot cards at all. I think it's all that shit is horse shit, and you could literally say anything about any sort of tarot or anything like that, and it would be true and real. So whatever, dude. But I absolutely love the design. So I just got rid of all of the tarot stuff, and I was like, just give me the death guy. That'd be awesome. What's up, Tracker? Chest tattoo was my worst, and I also have a tattoo that got a bit on the bicep, and that sucked when it was on that part. Oh, yeah, I can't imagine on muscle, yeah. I got Bloodshot, I didn't even feel the poke. She used a butterfly, but even then, I at least felt the pinch, but I felt nothing. I praised her to high heavens. Dude, I was stressing when I got my fucking wisdom teeth drawn. I'm going to read this Gastrodon in a second, by the way. I want to read them because they say funny shit. I promise we're going to move on. We've been yapping. Y'all caught me in a yappy mood today. But what was I saying? What the fuck was I saying? Sorry, sometimes I need to do motions to, like, get stuff. I legit forgot. Oh, when I was getting my wisdom teeth done, I was so worried about getting, because they had to, you know, poke the anesthetic into here, you know, anesthesia into here. And so when they did that, I squeezed the ball so hard and looked away when they put that in me. Dude, I was freaking out. I was freaking out for my wisdom teeth surgery. And so when they poked it in there, I started squeezing on the ball so hard, my doctor came down and was like, dude, you need to calm down a little bit. You're making yourself bleed. And I was like, don't tell me that. And then he just turned the anesthesia on and he was like, all right, do you see 4 of us yet? And I was like, huh? Inside the arm wasn't too bad except for close to the elbow and right under the armpit. Oh, dude. Yeah, I'm not excited about getting stuff on my inner elbow because this arm is going to be... I want to do a big thing with Deer Hunter, Coheed, and a couple other like bands that I want to get tattooed around on this arm. I'm also going to get Shenron around here because I want to have like a nice thing there. I want to get something Lord of the Rings at some point, too. I have so much pop culture stuff. I just want to decorate my body. I'm getting Majima on my inner thigh also. I'm getting his the Hanya mask on there. I just love that fucking tattoo so much. I was demanding Docty Peppies. I was. Probably still in Kutan, but I do 100 for you. Thank you. Thank you. Told by a female tattoo artist she thought getting her ass tattooed was worse than giving birth. Damn. Yeah, because that's a lot of soft meat. That's hard. That's hard. Really was only the very top of my shoulder, the tendon that connects the neck to your shoulder. That shit hurt. Oh, like right here. Yeah. Oh, that would fucking suck. Shenron and Purunga docking tattoo win. Must decorate my altar. I definitely want a Paramore tattoo. Don't know what, though. Oh, that's a good point. I would love... I would absolutely love a Paramore tattoo. That'd be awesome. They fucking defined my childhood, dude. Majima Peak on the inside of your thigh. Oh, dude, yeah, I could get it like right here or something, and then just kind of like, you know. God. I bumped my head into a wall just a bit ago. See, right there. Oh, wait, I forgot. I've never have any business or any visible or bruises or visible injuries for that matter. Any bump or scrape just heals itself right up. It doesn't change the fact that it hurts. Oh, goodness, look at me babbling on like we've only just met. Like this one, we've only just met. Thanks so much for listening. I'm wrong on the other. They've earned a place, permanent place on my person. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if I could... I don't know if in good faith, as just, like, my own person, if I could genuinely get Daigomine Wolf Job tattooed on me. I don't know if I can do that. Like, there's some tattoos I want to get. Like there's a shirt design that I want to get. Me and Snowy have talked about it. I am allowed one titty tattoo. I am allowed to get one tattoo of titties. There is one artist that does some really nice like devil ladies that I really want to get tattooed. And they're like really nice like fine line stuff. And I'm allowed one. Oh, man, dude, a nuts tattoo would be fucking awful. That would be atrocious. God, I would hate to get a nuts tattoo. Majora Mask Moon on the pelvis. See, that depends on if I like Majora's Mask at all. Having never played that game, I would be hesitant to get anything from it. What the hell is everyone crowded around for? But hey, with the Majora's Mask, or not Majora's Mask, with the Ocarina of Time remake coming out, maybe we'll get a Majora's Mask remake. And then, you know, I won't have to play the original version of the game. And I can just play the new one. There we go. I struggle with getting the right detergents for my clothes. Oh, dude. I'm so glad we ended up switching to something from one of our local places here. Because Snowy has that exact same problem where, like, too much... like she's very sensitive when it comes to what she can have on her person. We tried to switch from the dryer sheets because they're horrible for the environment to fucking what are they called? The whatever they're called. The wool balls, the dryer balls. And we did that for one thing of laundry, and Snowy had broke out into the worst hives I think I've ever seen her break out into, and we were like, well, we'll figure out a different alternative. But thankfully, the new detergent that we use, is all like it's like an all natural thing, of course, because we got all of our stuff from a refillery. And their stuff is super, 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 like, it's just good. Their stuff is really, really good. And it's not that expensive. I think we got a gallon of detergent like 3 months ago, and we're just now needing to refill. And I think it cost us like 20-something bucks to get all of that. It was like 3 or so months ago, so like, you know. Sunshine and Galaxy, Ocarina of Majora's Mask remake in one game. I would love that, honestly, because like that's what you can get on the GameCube. You can get the HD versions of that of those games on GameCube like that. They did that forever ago. You know, the fucking what was it called? It had a specific name for like the type of game that it was. It was like the Master Quest, I think is what it was. Legend of Zelda Master Quest? Sack tat while I get a vasectomy. Yeah, dude, me and Light, we're gonna get I know that for my tramp stamp, I'm getting Hecho en Mexico. Right above me with the little eagle that you see on a lot of the Mexican products. For the English speakers, that means made in Mexico. And but they have a copy of that Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask thing though at my local game store, and I really want to pick it up because it just seems like, I mean, at the time it seemed like the easiest way to play them. And I was like, oh, maybe I get it, and you know, I can finally play through these games. Then I was like, oh, $180, never mind. I'll just buy my Nintendo Online like a little good boy, and you know, then I'll play it on there and see if I like it. I will say I did enjoy what we played so far, you know, with Kaylee and Drame forever ago. That was a fun time. It'll be nice to go through the remake and actually beat the game though. Mierda. It was like a Zelda 1 and 2, Ocarina of Majora, and Wind Waker demo on it. I think it is Master Quest, actually. I think that might be a different thing then, yeah. Two different things, I believe. There was Ocarina Master Quest on its own, and then a collection with the Zeldas, I'm pretty sure. Okay. Yeah, I think you might be right that it's two separate things. Because I do remember Ocarina having its own Master Quest, but I think that Zelda collection that y'all are talking about, I think that was its own separate thing. I don't know if that was called Master. I'll just take a picture of it. I'll go to the fucking store and take a picture of it. You know? It's there. I can confirm it. I can honestly look it up on their website right now. Or I could just, you know, look it up. Anything is possible in the digital age. You can look up information and then have AI tell you the wrong thing because they sourced it from Reddit. The N in your ear like cats and dogs used to. That's interesting. I forgot that's what they used to do for our at least for our feral cats when they get spayed and neutered in town. You know what's funny is there's actually a meme about one of the feral cats that is from my city. They just do a little clip on the ear, on the tip of the ear, and then, you know, because there's they just release them back because if they don't, then they die. So they can't keep them in shelters. Two different ones, like I said, Ocarina Master Quest and Master Quest and Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition, Zelda 1, 2, Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask along with the Wind Waker demo. Okay. Then I wonder which one they have at my store then, because I swear it's the one that has Ocarina and Majora's Mask, so. Take that information and stick it right up your butthole. What? You don't want to stick it over your butthole? Aw. Well, it's like my favorite place to stick information. Right up the beehole. Yum yum. I sure love the butthole. Oh boy. No sighing. No, stop sighing. The only one who's allowed to sigh is my fucking king of K-pop. How dare you? Whoops, that's the wrong thing. I did see the new Grumps plushie. Speaking of Majora's Mask, yeah, the fucking spoiler owl. Very fucking funny. Ah, spoiler owl! They did, Nemo. They did. It actually tells you spoilers when you squeeze its foot. When you squeeze its foot. I think it came out yesterday. Also, a pre-order bonus for Wind Waker, which is wild that that's what those used to be. What the fuck? That's crazy. Did you get 3 whole fucking games? That's wild. You know, to be fair, I mean, like, the GameCube performed so horrendously, too. So I wonder if that was, like, a bit of, like, foresight into, like, them being like, oh, you know, let's really try to push this thing. Because I remember seeing GameCubes at Walmart when I was growing up for, like, you know, like, $60. The Zelda collection you could get by subscribing to Nintendo Power according to the Zelda Wiki. God, you know, dude, that's something I love about like the Warhammer magazine subscription, is that they still give you like a full army. If you do like a full year subscription over the course of the year, they send you enough things for the kit to create a full like 2,000 point army, which is dope because that's a lot of fucking money. And you know, you're not nearly spending as much as you would on the subscription, you know, as you would to get all those army boxes. So it's pretty fucking cool, and I miss that, you know, these magazine subscriptions don't do it anymore, because, like, obviously it's not worth it. And And also, it's not like they're going to put money into it anyways, since, you know, you can just fucking spam people on email now and just, you know, get all that, so get all of that way. I miss when that shit actually came with stuff. Even our AARP memberships come with more shit than I thought we'd get. We got like a fucking 4-stack USB charger, which I was like, shit, dude, I didn't expect this to come with anything, so hell yeah. And if you hear me say that and go, AARP, what are you, 50? No. There is no age limit on signing up for AARP. You can sign up for AARP. Of course, they have senior discounts that are built in, but there are just normal AARP discounts. And it is very worth it. Especially if you do any sort of travel, even a little bit. You get so many deals on stuff. It's great. Very worth. I need more dirt. I mean, I wonder what happened to all my dirt. What a fucking emote. All right, somebody's working the job. I don't really want any of this. Except maybe that gold ore. Nah, our AARP membership is fucking dope, dude. It's great. I've got my members card and everything. I'm an official fucking ARP member, dude. Hi, Axu. What do you wish to talk about? Cool, man. Whatever you say, bro. I've also got my library card if that does anything for you, too. What the fuck? Hold on. Who is this streamer? I feel like I've seen these. I think I've seen them just from you. That thirst emote is so good. That is so good. I need to get some of the animated emotes that I want done. I did take a day and just like work on them and get some of them replaced. It's already 6 o'clock. God damn. God damn, dude. Time flies when you're having fun. Oh, did the wheat just grow back? Or did I just leave that there? I feel like I picked up all the wheat, did I not? Or maybe it just regrows from the spots. I have no idea. Oh, dude. Yeah, it's so fucking annoying how much fucking... I remember I was trying to donate to a charity one time to get... this was like for a Rooster Teeth thing forever ago. And my bank flagged it and locked down my card for a couple days. And I was like, no, now I won't be able to get this thing that I won't even remember about in 20 years. Because now I don't even remember what it was. I just remember feeling fucking anguish. Because I couldn't get a thing. It was the only way that I could convince my mom to get merch, though. Let me get merch back in the day. If it wasn't for Christmas, if they were having a charity thing, I begged my mom during one of the Extra Life streams. I don't know if y'all remember the periodic table that they had forever ago for one of those streams. I still have my periodic table. Okay, I have to be very careful so I do not take the fucking fence. But that was given out with certain donations for the charity stuff. While discovering her... Hold on. Okay. Going up a Swedish streamer I like with no RT connections, and then a week later she was posting pictures with from Bliss's holiday party. It all comes back, dude. It all cycles back. It all cycles back. Moonball from Extra Life that still has paint on it from being chucked at Michael and Gavin got it for free. Whoa, what the? Oh, yeah, I remember you telling us that. I remember you telling us that a while ago. I remember. That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. I've still got a good couple Achievement Hunter and, like, old RT things just for the funnies. And also just because, like, you know, at one point I was really excited for it, and I don't really have a lot. I got rid of a lot of, like, the bullshit that I had from them, but, you know, all the cheap shit that I bought. But, like, dude, the stride line socks? That stride line socks, dude? So fucking nice. So nice. I still have my Achievement Hunter stride line socks. Very, very nice. And then what else do I have? I mean, of course, I still have my Team Lads, my Ray Achieve shirt, and my, my fish shirt. I think I might have donated it. I don't remember. I think I still have my You Dead shirt. I kept my Checkpoint Confidence one because we were doing EASO, and I thought it was funny to have the Checkpoint Confidence one. What else? I have another one, and I do not remember what it is. But yeah, a good couple. I still have, and then, yeah, of course, I've got the Tower of Pimps Moonball. That was, I think, the first thing that I bought with my own money, that I worked for as a kid. I bought those Moonballs that were in the Tower of Pimps colors, and I was like, one day, I'm gonna go to RTX, I'm gonna have Gavin and Michael and Ray, and they're gonna sign it. They're gonna sign my Moonballs. And so, you know, I've still got the Moonballs, and they're not signed, so, you know, hey, Gavin, Michael, Ray, you want to sign my shit? I'm still waiting, guys. Oh, I didn't actually know that either, Stick. So that's good info. Thank you for saying that. I didn't know that. RVB lightish red jacket. Came in after he left. Fake fan. Yeah. Dude, legitimately, if I had known that we were going to be seeing Sonic 3 with Matt when I went down to visit, I would have absolutely brought a Moonball. I would have been like, hey, so I know that you said you wanted to put a restraining order on me when we played Mario that one time, but how about you sign this Moonball for me and really seal the deal? What's up, Heracross? Oh, thanks, man. Green one that's signed by Jeremy, Matt, Larry, Ray, and a few others. That's pretty dope. Perks having a friend in facilities who showed up with like 2 boxes of shit they had in the closet and said, go nuts. Someone else got a picture collage from an old Extra Life, like 2017, that was signed by everyone. That's fucking dope. That's dope. I do have, okay, I don't really count it as RT merch, because, like, you know, I feel like the podcast that I liked at the time, like Face Jam and Fuckface, were very much of their own thing. And I didn't feel that they were really connected to RT, you know what I mean? So I do have a uniform hat, and I have my Face Jam varsity jacket, and my, oh my god, my Listen to Face Jam shirt. I do have those still. I'm trying to think, what else do I have? I damn near have plushies from everyone. I missed out on getting Matt's, and I'm waiting on Tom's. Yeah, expand out into the podcast sphere. Yeah, and what's funny is that, you know, most of those podcasts lived past RT, because, you know, at least some of them did. Ray started Ray TX and didn't go. It was also the first time Glasses went to Austin. Hell yeah. I'll just get rid of this entirely, this little block of land here. I do have my Ray TX badges. I did get those one year. Because me and Snowy both ordered something from the store when he was holding that. Although I will say I thought that was fucking Combi for a second. God, if we want to talk about signed merch, I'm gonna skip out on all the bands. I have a 1-of-1 Twigja card signed by Twig that I have in a top loader and everything. That is one of my prized cards. I have... That'll be worth thousands one day? Dude, you know it. You know it. Once Twig is big and famous, dude, out in Bruvland, that shit's gonna sell like a Beatles album. And bald. Don't forget bald. Big, famous, British, and bald. TheSegaMaster. That'd be awesome. I guess I have stuff signed by the Proto Men and Twerp, which is pretty cool. I got to do a signing with them. And a cool meet and greet where we just kind of fucked around, and I got to hear a little bit about how Dr. Sung does music stuff and how Meowch plays bass and everything, and Phobos, how he plays the guitar. Very cool. Very cool. They just kind of sat around and talked with us, and I just asked them musician stuff because I was like, you guys play so good, and you inspire me, and fuck, let me ask you a million questions. Shit, do I really? I don't think I have anything. Oh, I have a bunch of NSP stuff that's signed. Which, dude, I'm gonna bring. I'm gonna bring something for them to sign if I can. When we go to see Starbomb, I'm so excited to go see Starbomb. I cannot wait. I'm so happy that we get to go see them live. We're seeing Starbomb, Epic Rap Battles of History, and like a couple other bands that we're really excited to see live. Fuck, who else? Where else can I get fucking dirt, too? Jesus Christ, I feel like I need so much of it, and I have so little. I don't want to fuck up, like, the topography of the area that much. I guess I'll go dig into here. Maybe you should dig in your butt, twin. Can't wait to see oh yeah, TheSegaMaster. But if most if not all of my signed merch has Matt's name on it, I'm gonna be rich if he ever makes it big one day. Oh, there you are. I was wondering where that fell. I guess I can dig somewhere out here then, huh? Dig into another hole into the mountain. Not really going to be building up over here anyways, so that works out. Okay, or maybe not. Hey, Gavin meets the Pokopia Taskmaster, British comedian, moderately famous. That's true, yeah. That's true. Gavin could be on Taskmaster. And he would definitely be Gavin of the Slow-Mo guys. Where are you seeing them? Because I remember people making jokes about, damn, Aaron really meant it when he said he wasn't going to back to Florida about no Florida shows.
Emerald.
Dude, we're seeing them in Georgia. We're seeing them in Atlanta. Johnny, thank you so much for the 61-month resub. I appreciate you. Hope you're doing well, dude. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Hope you're having a good one. But, yeah, we're seeing them in Atlanta. We're going to their Atlanta show. We've just kind of, you know, given up to the fact that we're ever going to be able to see any band ever again in Florida with everything going on. So, you know, we're going up to Atlanta like 3 times, I think, in the coming months. We have a Deer Hunter show, I think, next month. We have a bunch of other shows. I think the only people we're seeing in town are Epic Rap Battles of History. They're playing at our local place, so we're gonna see them there. God, what else are we going up? Hold on, I think there's like a 3rd time we're going up to Atlanta. Or is it just the 2? Hold on. Oh, shit, that's right. It's Mexico versus Korea. I forgot that was today. Fuck. I'm missing it. Let's see. So we have Deer Hunter at the end of July. That's a movie. And then Starbomb in September. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. We're not going to... Oh, okay. It's not Atlanta. We're going to St. Pete for another Sonic concert. That's right. They're having a Sonic Symphony style thing, but it's not the Sonic Symphony, but it is, you know, kind of thing where we're doing another Sonic concert. So very excited we're doing that. So it's Sonic, Deer Hunter, Starbomb, and Epic Rap Battles of History that we're seeing this year, which is so fucking hype. I'm so mad because another band we really want to see, Bear Ghost, announced their dates just recently, and they are coming to Atlanta again, and we were like, we can't do this. We can't do it 3 times in a row. We just cannot. So, you know, we have that. Plus, that's enough traveling for us for the year. Plan a meetup in September. Oh, yeah, you are up that way. That's right. I'll see how long we're staying in September and see if we can do something, because I know that we're wanting to do stuff when we're up there. We've already done a bunch of the touristy shit, so like we're still. I mean, we want to do the aquarium again, of course. But yeah, dude, we should totally set something up. Not just because no one wanted to stop in Baltimore. Live on Earth? Mustang, what the fuck, dude? I'm gonna have to delete that message. Mods? Best friend, or my best bet is usually Chicago with cost, and also 3-hour drive is nightmarish in traffic. Sometimes maybe Des Moines, but that's also a 3-hour drive. We have a concert venue nearby, but usually that's like rock or country and not rock I care about. That's fair enough. Yeah, for the bands that we want to see, I think Coheed came to Tallahassee once, and then every time else that they've come to Florida, it has been for outside venue shows, which me and Snowy refuse to do because they always come during the summer, and it's fucking awful to do anything in the summer, especially a like almost 3.5-hour concert. So, you know, and plus on top of that, you know, when we're going to Atlanta, it's about a 5-ish hour drive, so we tend to stay the night and leave in the morning when we go. So we just end up making a weekend out of it. Or like we did with Chicago when we went and saw Hadestown and Cosmo Sheldrake. It was we made a week out of it. The 2 times we went, which was Super cool. God, Hades Town was so fucking good. So good, man. So, mods, deflate his balls. No! Oh, yeah, Coheed is doing their tour right now. See, me and Snowy were going to see them, but they're just touring the same album that we saw. The only thing that made us maybe want to go was the fact that they're playing some of the new Entity songs. But I'm going to be real, they're going to play the songs I want to hear whenever they do their next tour anyways. So, you know, we're holding off to see other bands that we want to see and everything, because we just saw Coheed. Like, we were, again, just up in Atlanta with our friend G, and we saw them for, I think, the third or fourth time. And God, it's such a good concert. They're so good. They put on such good shows, man. Like, I'm so glad for the musicians that I've gotten to see, because I'm so glad that I get to see musicians make mistakes on stage. You know, like fucking Claudio forgetting some of a guitar riff and just kind of like going like and then just moving on, you know, in the middle of like a Neverender set. I was like, okay, cool. it reassures me to let me know that, like, you know, they're playing through all this shit, and it's just like, I'm like, god damn, that's the one mistake you made in a 3.5 hour concert is crazy. And then fucking every time we've seen Twerp, there's been at least one mistake in those, like, 1.5 hour long concerts. Proto Men, I think the last time we saw them, there was a mistake, and I'm just like, yay. Yay. I like knowing that these artists are human, and they do make mistakes. It's so reassuring. It's gonna be crazy, though. We haven't seen anything, man, we saw Game Grumps live when they were doing that. That was mine and Snowy's first dating anniversary thing that we did. We went to Game Grumps live, and that was fucking awesome. That was such a cool experience. Never did would I have thought that, like, a live Let's Play thing would have been interesting or whatsoever, but it was very cool. Very, very cool.
Let's play!
Jesus. I feel like it gets louder every time. I will say, if you are wanting to see Coheed, trust me, they tour, especially now, pretty fucking often. They are everywhere constantly, so I wouldn't worry. They put on a great show. High energy. It's so worth the time and money and effort and everything. I adore their shows. My friend, who was like kind of into Coheed, got him way more into Coheed because of the fact that he went to a show with us. He went to a show with us in I think that was the 2021 show he went to for. That was the Neverender. Oh my god, what a show for him to go to. That was his first, like, rock concert that he'd been to. And he saw them do a Neverender of their last album, Fear Through the Eyes of... no, I'm sorry, that's not Fear Through the Eyes of Madness. The last album in the Amory Wars stuff, No World for Tomorrow. They did a Neverender of that and a Neverender of their new stuff, Window of the Waking Mind. And it was just almost 3 hours of just nonstop energy. And God, what a fucking cool show. What a dope fucking show, man. And then the most recent one we went to was super cool because, again, the stage was really, really small, and I don't think I've ever heard this song before. They had a prop on stage of... I put the mask away. I don't know where it is. Or it's up there. of one of the characters called from the album called Blindside Sunny, and they had a huge floor-to-ceiling animatronic of this fucking character that came out. And I'm telling you, in between a song, so they would have, like, you know, the in-between track playing with, like, the ambiance and stuff like that. I'm telling you, it didn't even take... So, lights go down, 30 seconds goes by, you hear the ambiance, they're doing, like, guitar changes and stuff like that, setting up for the song and everything. And, of course, wheeling this thing out, you can see them making space barely at the top. I don't know where they're hiding this fucking thing, because it's not like an inflatable. It's a solid piece of a thing. And, like, the fact that in the middle of the show, they pull this fucking thing out. Maybe, you know, I don't know. They could have been hiding it in my butthole. They pull this thing out of nowhere in the middle, in between songs. And then I was like, wow, that was really impressive for them to do that. I can't believe that they managed to pull that out. And that must take a while and a lot of practice to make sure that that's done exactly perfectly the way that it needs to. And guess what? I was wrong, because in the middle of a song they were playing, they turned down all the house lights and everything. Thank you, sweetie. They turned down all the house lights, and in the middle of a song they're playing, Blindside Sunny goes away. You know, and it's like the house or the stage lights, pew, they go down during like a really cool part of the song, and then it comes back like maybe 15 seconds and it's gone. And I'm just like, okay, they did it faster. What the fuck? It's so cool. So fucking cool. Their production has just gone up so fucking much with these newer albums, man. It was so cool. So fucking cool. So cool. People ready on the ropes. It feels like it, man. It was like the amount of rehearsal and everything that had to go into it. I feel like it's just an insane amount. It was just so fucking dope. It was so dope. Here, I'll pull up the picture that Snowy posted. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Okay, hold on. So yeah, here's the before. This is what stage looked like beforehand. And then I'm telling you, 30 seconds in between, boom, this thing's out there. Fucking insane. And like absolutely insane that they just, and they didn't push like it just looks like they pushed Josh, the drummer, up just a little bit, you know, but it full on, it had lights, it had like a whole glowy it was so fucking cool. It was so cool. And it went all the way up to the ceiling. So dope. So dope, man. It was really cool. Just unfortunate singer hits the register for mass singers that my brain wants nothing to do with. Dude, it took me forever to get into them too. I had like maybe for a good bit 1 or 2 songs from Coheed that I liked. And then eventually something kind of clicked. I don't know what. Because my dad also, he gave me shit for liking Coheed. He was super like, he's like, you like that? He sounds so weird when he sings. Whatever. You know, and I totally get it. I totally get it. Like, it is very much, I am 100%. The first thing I say every time I recommend Coheed to anybody is like, if, you know, Claudio's voice is an acquired taste. It absolutely is. You know, it's just, it's so different. It's just very, very different. Get into Miles Kennedy. Oh my God, Miles Kennedy was a whole thing. Yeah. Yeah, Miles Kennedy was very hard for me to get into for a while. It's same exact reason. I think the thing that got me with Coheed is that there was so much like story crafted into it. You know, of course, I own all the comics. We got the book coming in soon too, for Year of the Black Rainbow. So I will literally own everything but I think the newest comics that came out for No World for Tomorrow, which is super cool for me. It is so cool that is all finally out. And the whole story is, like, up to date, which is just so wild. Where did my dirt go? There it is. I can spare a little bit of dirt to plug this hole. But yeah, I think the sci-fi, like, story concept stuff, it's the same thing I like a lot about Deer Hunter 2, is the fact that they have, like, a story woven out through their concept albums and everything, and, you know, it really just made me fall in love with everything. And especially, too, using Claudio as, like, a vocal goal for me has helped expand my range tenfold, so, you know. Oh man, I could have told you. I had a friend who was really into Alter Bridge for a while. I could have told you a while ago. I do not remember who they were before they were Alter Bridge. They were somebody else. I do not remember. Okay, I can work with this now. All right. Now, let's go get some furniture. They do the Rage Against the Machine thing where the new singer means a new band name. I think so, because they did have a different singer, and I do not remember what I don't remember what their name was, but they had a different singer. That's so strange. Okay. Was it Creed? Creed with a new bassist and a new singer. Interesting. Oh. Huh. We'll take papers. We can put you away. We can go buy some stuff from the goobers down the way at, you know, Goober Mart. We can do a couple of these things to have them out. Get some of these frames. A candle. Get more of these. Now, see what I can't craft, too. You can do this. Get the wide lens out. I think if we just get a bunch of, like, the buildings set up and everything, I think that that'll work a little bit better over there as, like, kind of like a residential district kind of thing, so. And then when it rains, that'll help out, kind of build this area out. Interesting. Just thinking the other day, whatever happened to Creed now, I know. Obviously, it was just Rage Against the Machines with Chris Cornell instead of Zach De La Rocha. Yep. Yep. It is, ooh, I think, yeah, the relaxing park, like, right here. I like that. Oh! That's not bad at all. Let me go get some logs. I thought that was going to be a whole to-do, but that's not bad at all. It is really interesting and kind of breaks the illusion of, like, oh, you know, these small bands coming up out of nowhere, realizing how many popular bands are just, you know, pretty much the same band, but with just a couple different members, you know? Or it's like, oh, yeah. You're just this band, but minus or plus these people. All right, there we go. Gather Pokemon. Gather? Yes, meow meow. What's up, Boban? What's up, Boban? What's up, Boban? What's up, Boban? What's up, buddy? Come on. There we go. There we go, buddy. There we go, buddy. Oh, wait. Why don't I just do this? All right, everybody come with me. We're going to build something. Interesting thing where on one hand a band wants to keep their identity when they get a new singer, but on the other hand the vocal is such a core component to a band's sound that it might be worth a rebranding. That's true, yeah. It's definitely like a thing to consider of like, yeah. Like it's just interesting. Yeah, it's just I think it's very interesting seeing how like these bands form and how like, you know, people either value the identity of, you know, whoever with whoever. I need gather stuff. Who are some gather Pokemon? I don't have any, obviously, but... Bye, Charmeleon. Okay, well, while we're doing that, let me look at some other kits that we have. Okay, Jesus fucking Christ. What the fuck are the boundaries on this? Alright, well, we'll worry about that later. Okay. I'd believe that. I'd believe that, Stick. Alright, that's where this goes. And I only need 5 of you, and I do have 5. It's okay. I need some clay, and then I need to bring 5 of them over. And we can start building things up. I don't know what the fuck that big-ass thing that I want to build is, but by God, I'm going to build it. Clay Aiken? Yeah, that's what he's been doing all these years. He's just been in video games. He's got a level in Kirby. His Sea of Fire. I don't think I have clay. Well, shit my nuts. I shit my nuts today. Alright, Onyx, I need you to come with me. I need you, and then I need another Pokemon that can lead, which is the short one. Where is the short one with the girder? You, come with me. You as well, with me. We'll find the short one with the girder. I did, Kai. I showed Snowy. Because we were both like hella excited because I was like, dude, it's us. It's us if we fusion danced. Where's Squirtle? There we go. All right, y'all chill out here. I need to go get the short one. I haven't seen any of her gameplay, but I have seen, Okay, you're eating. Jesus. Does anyone want to be my best friend and give me clay? Where the fuck is he? I need a construction Pokemon to lead stuff. Found some Pokestank. Oh, there you are. You, with me. Flint and steel. All right. Seen any negatives towards her gameplay trailer yesterday, if you're curious. I'll probably watch it on my own. I've been so out of the fighting game scene. I'll eventually get back into it. It's taken. Thank you, guy. All right, there we go. Now I need to get the last of the materials. How the fuck do I get clay? I've got everything in here at least. I just need to gather Pokemon, which, you know, whatever the fuck that means. Clay, huh? Clay. Let's go to the shops and see if I can't find it. They sell clay at Michael's, just hop over. You're so right. And now with Joanne's closed down, you know, what are we gonna be able to do? Good there. And that gives us Poke Dollars. We almost have 50 Pokemon. That's crazy.
No clay. That is quite unfortunate.
Well, I might as well buy all this stuff anyways. Oh yeah, we could go to Tractor Supply as well. My inventory's full. Well, maybe you should think about going and fucking yourself. I do have 99 beans. Yeah, if you don't mind, Stick, we could go and run over to where clay spawns. I'm now realizing that while I build stuff, I am starting to run out of shit. Oh wait, no, I need to keep that on me. Oh yeah, I need to go put that house kit down as well. Where you meet Onyx and Bleak Beach. Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, I know where to get it then. I know where to get it. There's a couple places then. All right. Thank you. I love that dude just hangs out by a trash can. Whoa. I have ideas where to look then. You know, I have seen a bunch of clay down by that area where we did meet Onyx before, and I never picked it up because, like, clay. Who needs clay? Me needs clay. Me needs clay. Yes, there is the Ocean Dream Island that's on that side. We have been over there. What's up, B? Honestly, I'm so down for that. Who has anything to say to me? Does anybody have a single thing they want to say to me and give me stuff? Yeah, let's go down and check this little beach area. Not being into this style of game. It's super fun. I really like it. I think for me, this is,
Have you checked your bottles?
I haven't, actually. I have not checked my butthole yet. I think for me personally, my butthole is the best place to keep things like clay. You know, especially like a molding clay and everything too. It tends to like, you know, kind of ease out a little bit better there. It retains its shape pretty well. But what was I saying? Oh, I think that it's definitely fun. It definitely is very slow going, and if you're not into this genre of game, I don't think that this is a like, oh, you have to pick it up, it'll change your mind kind of thing. It's very like, it's very fun. But if you don't enjoy this type of game at all, it you know, I don't think you'd get any satisfaction of it, or from it rather. Especially too because like, most of the beginning of this game was me just getting pissed off at the Pokemon, because they wouldn't fucking help out. So, you know, at least now, you know, I've got some of them helping out. I just need 4 pieces of clay. Gonna play every Omega Force game, so I have to play 1500 Warrior games and then Pokopia. There you go. There you go. That's the spirit. But nah, it's a fun game. It is a fun game. I really like it. I like it because it's very much like, you know, I feel like I don't have to play the way that I've seen other people playing, which is just like the insane level that people get with builds and all that shit, and just going goofy mode on doing some of this stuff. It feels really nice to kind of be able to play the way that I like to play, which is crowd everybody into one place and then finally go, ugh, fine, yeah, I do want to expand out into the other areas, and then being able to do that. Because we're at the max environment level. Like, I've maxed out what we can do here, and like there's still... Oh, I break these to get the clay. I see. I've already had people tell me that I'm going to regret spending so much time trying to get this area perfect up to my standards before exploring the other places. To which I say, fuck you. I do as I please. All right, I think that's enough clay. I think we're good. I think that's the perfect amount of clay, and there's a shit ton more there, so we'll be fine. Aiken. Hi, I'm Clay Aiken. This is my Sea of Fire. Never get into that DLC till 2050. I will say, this is our every other day game as we are playing through other stuff. In the time that we've been playing Pokopia, we have beaten God of War 1, 2, and 3. So, you know, if that says anything as to, you know, one, just how much time we've spent in this, but also, just how much time I...
Say that again?
have not had an issue with, Yeah. Not enough space to build. Then why the fuck would you let me do it? I'm fine without any sauce. No, I'm okay, thank you. Give me like 1 second. Thank you, my darling. Ooh, that looks really good. Thank you, my love. I appreciate it very much. No, that would probably be a good idea. If we see one out in the States, yeah. No, I'll be fine. This is fine right here. I'm not gonna get corn in my ass. It's going there anyway. Wait. Yeah, like I said. I love you. Yeah, I think the vertical needs some work. Snowy made dinner, snowy made dinner. All right, where does that go up to? Oh my god, that goes up so fucking high. Dude, everything needs so much fucking space. Damn, yeah, that goes up high. Fuck. Another sky mansion? I shan't. This one has the perfect space for it. I think we probably want to get rid of this stuff. And then it'll probably be like, oh, we're good to go. No, Boban. I have food. How do I get rid of this? Stop doing that, you silly kitty. Oh, yeah, look at that. It's not red anymore. Ah, I see, I see. Oh, that's why it's showing the borders. It lets you know if it's good to build in that area or not. Okay, so see, this is fine. Honestly, I could just clear this little back out here just for, you know, the pathway. And then I bet if we cut this down, it'll be fine. We should make all our builds way up in the air and turn the starting area into the slums from Final Fantasy VII. I'm going to bookmark that joke so that when I get to Final Fantasy VII, I'll be able to get the reference, and then I'll go back to this VOD, and then we'll be able to remember and know exactly what was going on. Mother fucker! I have to call all the fucking Pokemon back here. God damn it! So, you know, hopefully by the end of this year, once we get to Final Fantasy VII in, you know, when we start playing all the Final Fantasies and everything, and when we get to Final Fantasy VII in approximately 2.5 to 6 years, you know? Can't wait to be retroactively funny. Hey, look, it's gonna be so worth it. It's gonna be so worth it. I've got the joke bookmarked in my mind, dude. You now exist in my mind mansion. And once we come around to Final Fantasy VII, I'll have this I'll have a thing that says remember. June 18th, 2026. 6:50 p.m. Yeah, let's get rid of this. More like a mind yurt. Edward Elric, this joke in a message. It's the only way I can remember, dude. Just played and beat Final Fantasy VII for the first, or Final Fantasy. Where was it? 6 for the first time. I think the game has some moments that just aren't fair. I feel that way with all the Final Fantasy games. I will say, we were playing Final Fantasy IV, because I was going to start a Final Fantasy, I'm not kidding. We started Final Fantasy, and I was going to start that journey months ago. We'd still be playing through the Final Fantasy games if not for it. And while we were playing, I decided to go and continue to do the main stuff and not do the side content. Because there was a side dungeon that the game was like, you should really go in here. You should really do this. I think you really should do this. And then I didn't do it, and that was the dumbest thing I think I ever could have done, because I got soft locked because my level wasn't good enough behind a wall of flesh that we had to fight. Literally getting soft locked by a Terraria boss. And there was nothing I could do. I couldn't backtrack. We were trapped into that area. I couldn't, you know, reset my save or anything, because of where I was. So we were just stuck. We were stuck, and I think I spent probably a good 4 hours just doing that boss over and over and over and over again. And, yeah, it did not work. So I know better now. And I did get the Final Fantasy III remake, the HD remake of that game. So whenever we do get back into it, we won't be jumping straight into Final Fantasy IV, but man, did I feel like a fucking moron for so long when I played through that. Oh, this quesadilla looks so good. Oh, god damn. That's good. But in due time. Oh, what the fuck, Nemo? That's cool. That'd be cool if they finally officially started putting that shit, like, somewhere so that you could, you know, you can listen to it a little bit easier. It'll be done tomorrow. Thank you, little goobers. All right. 1 through 6 are all in Game Pass right now. Okay, I will say I do have everything. I have all the games that we're going to play. I am slowly but surely trying to get them physically. I have a few physically. Like I was saying earlier, I've got Final Fantasy 15, 13, and 13-2, 10 and 10-2, and another one that I'm blanking on right now. But I'm trying to get as many physically as I can because I do want to experience them, not on Windows, you know, for reasons. But on Steam, I fucking own all of them. There was a big Final Fantasy sale a while ago, and I just went fucking ham. So I am more than ready. I know the remasters are probably not going to be the easiest to get outside of like Switch ports, which I don't mind getting them on the Switch. That wouldn't really be too bad of a thing in terms of getting like 3 all the way up to 7 OG on there, because I'm not going to be playing any of the 7 remakes until I complete literally everything. 7 remakes, 1 through 3, are going to be the last things I play. And thankfully, those are probably going to be the easiest ones I have to find on anything for the time being. So, you know, thankfully there's that. But, you know, time skipping works on this game. Boo! I don't like time skipping. That's it. I just don't like time skipping. I've never engaged with it when it comes to these games. I don't mind waiting. Plus, I mean, we do have, you know, God of War that we're gonna play after this anyways, so I don't mind setting a couple things up and getting them ready to build and then us coming back to it next time we play, so Unlike one Matt Bragg, Sega's a real gamer. Yeah, you can tell Matt Bragg I challenge him to any game of his choice, and I'll show him how a real gamer plays. I say as I flex my non-existent muscles. That's right, Matt Bragg. I'm issuing you a challenge straight from the Sega's mouth. Come and get me. And, you know, if I don't hear anything back, that means he was too scared. He was too scared. Oh. Sega versus Matt in an Ocarina of Time randomizer? All right, hold on. Now, when I said any game. when I said any game. Okay, I need stones and that achievement city. Okay, hey. So, oh man. All right. I mean, this was, you know, I was going to probably say this at some point during something at one point. When I was a young lad, I mean, we all knew I did YouTube videos, right? I got so inspired by seeing some of the Let's builds that they did for some of the things. And I remember specifically there was one with Matt and Jeremy where they showed a Let's build on how they did something in Minecraft. And that, I was like, oh, dude, these are so good. You know what? I think I'm going to start doing sped up Let's builds. So I would hop into Minecraft on weekends. I would do complete commentary, or I would do complete no commentary things of me building just random shit. I did a sheep, a creeper, a pig. These are like in creative, of course, and some other fucking thing. And I did time lapses of them that I uploaded to my channel. And I remember doing them and thinking like, huh, yeah, this'll get them to notice me. I was a very delusional child. God. The Sega Let's Build cut. Dude, I don't know where any of that shit is anymore. I don't know where any... I really wish I didn't. Although there were some fucking videos on there that I was like, oh, with that were uploaded. Some of them are not very good by any regard. But there's some videos that I'm like, man, I wish I still had these, because I would just love to laugh at little twink Sega just trying to make little Let's Play content, you know? God. I'd love to see how I did those old videos too, man. Probably destroyed by Gavin. Yeah, he didn't want the competition, dude. Gavin didn't want the smoke. Oh, man. We're gonna putting a lobby together, including Matt, that I was meaning to ask you about. Just put me in it. Just put me in it, dude. This is my yes. This is my yes. I don't know what it is. Whatever it is, though, I'm down. Oh, I need lumber. Let me find Scyther real quick. It's like content creation when we started. I think my first stream just 3 years ago, and think, what the fuck was I doing? Black Flag multiplayer? Hey, never mind. No, I'm kidding. And collabs are so fun! How can I say no? How can I say no to doing collabs? Simply, how can I say no? Are they really, Stick? Are they really still live? That's crazy. I can't believe those are still up. God, I forgot about the old school multiplayer for that shit. Oh, is it going to take him some time to do it? I guess it is. What else did I need? I guess I can run around and get some rocks. We'd have to do that on PC then, no? I know I know I have my 360 copy still, but I do have my copy of it on PC. That'd be really the only way to do that, to avoid any issues with anything. Imagine trying to play that shit over Xbox Live. When you have Skull and Bones. Oh, man. Dude, I remember loving the Black Flag multiplayer. That shit was so much fun. That shit was a great time. That would be super fun. Said that Xbox it had no issues. Okay, dope. Hell yeah. That straight up just sounds fun. That sounds like a great time. If I can't find my 360 copy even, because I'm sure it's backwards compatible or something, I know that I can get literally anything figured out to get that to work. So that would be very, very fun. What's up behind? Yeah, it's an Ubi game. There will be issues no matter what. That's very true. That is very true. Everyone has to be on the same platform. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll go wherever. I'll go to whatever platform we need to, because I have it on multiple things, so... You know, whatever we need to, I guess will work. That just sat, yeah. That sounds like a fun time. I'm super down for that. At least there's all these things back here that I can get some more logs from, so I can get Scyther to cut me up some lumber. Yeah, it being on Game Pass for sure. For sure. Makes it a lot more accessible for everybody. I just know that I've got that game like 3 times over. I fucking loved Black Flag growing up. And I don't think I'm going to get resynced as soon as it comes out. I might wait a little bit to play that one. Especially since we're going through all of the Assassin's Creed games anyways. And I have a lot to get through before I even get to 4. So I think 4 will play resynced. But, That'll be fun. That'll be a fun time. I'm super down. Super down, super down. I'm super down. The abysmal pre-order bonus. Oh no. Oh no, is Ubisoft doing pre-order bonuses that suck mega pee-pee doo-doo again? Hold on, I need to see this. I need to see what their pre-order bonus is. Let's see here. Black Flag resynced pre-order bonus. Dude, that sucks. That fucking sucks. Look at that. Oh, you can't see it. Hold on. Hello, Opera? Can you just show the fucking thing? What are we doing? Oh my god. Whatever. You can see it good enough in the thing. That blows. That blows, dude. What the fuck? It grants unique perks, like shows people that you paid money for it. It's like when I got the super the supporter edition of fucking Toxic Commando, dude. Oh! Oh, I need to go to the professor. Like, I know that some of the that's insane. Make a statue of me and then maybe I'll show up. Fuck off. That's so funny. Why the fuck is there just a door there? Does he know about the D-O-R-E? The door? Okay, let's climb up. Well, no, we can go along the water line and get some more rocks, too. And then we can get a rock lobster. Na, 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 na. A rock lobster? Farting out my butthole. Sorry, I make up these things when we're with Snowy. We make up our own songs. We got VNet, and I forgot to read his thing. That's all right. My little man. Hello, Oddish. Oh, I pulled him out. Ouch, 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 ow! Hey, that's not grass, you know. Oh, my aching head. Gosh, really gave me a shock. Whenever I need some sleep, everyone always thinks I'm just I had a plain old grass. So if you're ever plucking grass around here, just try to be gentle, pretty please. Accidentally uses cut and fucking demolishes him. My favorite little man. Yeah, dude, for real, bringing it all around full circle. The fucking pre-order bonus like back then, dude. Hi, thank you for pre-ordering our game. It's 2008, so we're gonna send a Nintendo representative who is going to jerk you off and also provide you with a bit of what the fuck is that? Provide you with a bit of reach around, so that you know you can really just you know get really enjoy your experience with the game. Thank you so much for buying it. And like today, it's like, hi, thank you for pre-ordering our game. We're gonna send you half of a game. Oh, you wanted more? You're still here? I have a feeling that I went on the wrong side here. Nope, there's a rock right there. Jarvis, stroke it at 144 BPM. Pre-order bonus I really gave a shit about. I think the biggest one that I'm sad that I missed out on that I know that I can get again, because one of the stores that I buy games that has it is the it wasn't a pre-order bonus, but like the pre-order edition, like super duper collector's edition of Battleford Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. When that came out, there's the version of it where you get a sock, a golden spatula, like you get a whole bunch of like the in-game stuff. You get a bunch of concept art and all that stuff. That was probably the last one that came out where I was like, oh, and Pirate Yakuza was pretty cool too. I like getting the coin was really cool, and the eye patch was pretty dope. I was pretty happy about that. Let's try to find more rocks. Let's go out to a beach area. Let's go to the beach. Yeah, half of the game's riddled with bugs and glitches. Here you go. From Studios Games had the first DLC character for free if you pre-order. Shout out to getting different things based on where you pre-order games too. Oh yeah, I love that shit. Like if you got like I like getting physical things. I think with my pre-order bonuses and stuff. You know, I managed to we forgot to pre-order with the game from for Requiem for Resident Evil, and I got lucky that I went to the one GameStop that had the one extra copy for Xbox that I was able to get, and I also got the bonus like tote bag with it. I like that shit. Like when you can go to like, you know, oh, you pre-ordered it from Best Buy, or you pre-ordered it from GameStop, or you pre-ordered it from, you know, Fartbuster, you know, and they give you something, you know, based on like that area. Yeah, I think that that's really cool, and especially because of the fact, you know, back in the day when, you know, not everything was insanely scalpable, and, you know, people wouldn't try to go and buy up, you know, 12,000 tote bags for like a thing that is so non-existent, you know, a demand so non-existent that, you know, but then creating this artificial demand of like $20,000 a tote bag. Thank you. You know, I love that shit. That shit's so cool. Saying GameStop is an essential service. I'm saying the GameStop I went to that day was a pretty damn good essential service. That dude was you could tell that dude was an OG gamer, because I came in, I didn't get the whole spiel from him. He didn't give me like any guff that you normally get from like the GameStop people, where they're like, "Hi, do you want me to fuck your butt? Do you want me to fuck your butt for an additional $5? You're not a GameStop rewards member? Do you want me to diddle in your butt? Let me just reach on in there. Come on, please. I'm a GameStop employee. You know, they make me do this. I don't want to diddle in your butt, but I mean, you know, corporate's making me do it." And you know, he was very much just kind of like he was like, you know, you're getting the only copy. You're the only one that I can give out that isn't a part of pre-orders. They only sent me one extra, and I went, oh, cool, I got lucky. Then he's like, yep. And then he was like, all right, cool, this is how much it'll be. And I was like, oh, cool. And then he was like, do you want a bag with it? And I was like, oh, the tote bag? And he's like, yep. And I was like, I didn't pre-order. And he's like, eh. And I was like, cool. So I got that. He didn't try to shove the insurance at me. Didn't try to shove the pro reward thing at me. And I was like, oh, cool. And he was like, you seem young. This was the only thing he said to me. He's like, you seem young. Why aren't you just getting this digitally?
Have you checked your butt?
And then yeah, he told me to start digging around in my butt. Really weird, really weird. You know, it threw the whole experience off. No, he was like, you're really young. Why are you getting this physically? And I was like, oh, you know, I've just kind of come to appreciate physical games a little bit more after getting rid of a whole bunch of mine. So, you know, I try to get as many things as I can now, you know, physically if I can. And he's like, hell yeah, dude, that's what's up. And that was it. That's all he said. That's all he said. And he was like, I got a huge collection myself. And I was like, okay, cool. Dope. And then I paid and I left. And that was it. And that is the most positive experience I've had in a GameStop in years. Essential my job in cell phone sales was in 2020. Also, like, super essential. Feel like you would have signed up to the diddle in your butt subscription anyway, though. I mean, you know, it's neither here nor there, but let's just say somebody's not digging in my butt right now. You know? Who's to say I didn't get this couch for a reason? Sega, why do you sit directly in the middle of your couch where the crease is? Secrets tell no one, chat, okay? My local GameStop that absolutely did not want to accept my returning of One Piece 3DS game, and the GameStop had their full refund for a return in this amount of time. God. Yeah, whenever I buy stuff, we've learned we don't balloons. We don't get stuff from GameStop at all. They fucking blow, dude. If we get stuff, we're getting stuff from Hamburger steak, beans, tomato or potato if cheap, carrot bread. Use carrots, we have so many, make in advance. Do not use mushrooms, those are for next week's soup. We get, wherever I get my, my games from, I'm getting them either from the Second and Charles in town, because they have a bunch of loose games that they've started pulling out recently. It's kind of a mixed bag, you know, but I've got some pretty good stuff in there. Like, I've gotten a lot of really, really good shit from there, so... Oh, yeah, you're here. Sorry, bud. We're not doing shit yet. And the games, at most, I've seen in there are, like... I think the most expensive game I got was, like, a $12 game. You know, that didn't come with all the shit, and, like... I know where I can print out full manuals and video game covers, because people archive that shit, so... And my local thrift store, repurpose, they have a shit ton of blank CD cases for, you know, $10, and then they have a bunch of, Can I just dig this up? I can. And then they also, like, sometimes we'll get games. That's where I get a lot of my Roller Coaster Tycoon. I was talking about this the other day, but I have a bunch of, old Roller Coaster Tycoon games and expansion packs. I just got Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 from one of my from one of the sales that we went to at one of our community yard sales, which was really fucking cool. So I've definitely get lucky. And then of course we have a, you know, more traditional local game store that I like to shop at. They are, you know, I've been supporting those fools for a hot minute, so it's super nice to see that they're in business and doing well. And you know, if I have to get a game that is, you know, a little bit more on the expensive side, they tend to, you know, cut me deals and stuff because I'm friends with them. So, you know, we you know, I just like going there. Especially, too, because they tend to carry a lot of, like, the more obscure games, too, that I tend to find, and they don't get bought up nearly as quickly, which is awesome. It's how I've been able to get Alan Wake and Max Payne, Quantum Break, all that kind of shit. Fable 3, I also got it, so... Dude, I just remember it because the guy was a dick multiple times. Dude, when my friend went to go buy a Switch 2, the dude was a huge dick. I told this story on stream about this dude, and essentially, oh, these are beautiful. I like these. I like these ones a lot. The dude essentially kept pestering my friend because he was like, yo, why do you want to Switch 2? You know, it's like, you're stupid. You're essentially like, you're stupid. You're dumb. And he's like, I don't know, man. I just, you know, I just want one. You know, I can afford it. I want to get it. You know, he's like, I want to be able to play Pokemon. I'd have a whole bunch of Pokemon games on my thing. Like, why not? And the dude was like, oh, but you can just emulate it. You know, don't you have a computer? Just take this money and emulate it. Whatever, dude. And he's like, nah, I don't really want to do that. And also, like, just sell this to me, man. Like, why are you trying to give me the whole lecture? And then come to find out, as we were talking about it, and everything, or more like being talked at, yeah, the $20 guy. We were being talked at, and this dude, after my friend had said, like, a couple times that he was like, look, I can afford it. I want to get it. I like being able to play stuff on, you know, the Switch. I want to upgrade from my Switch 1. I have the original Switch 1. I just want to upgrade. That's it. And he was like, oh, man, well, you know, you could just get a PC. And then he then said, yeah, I have a PC. I was able to afford that, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then he was like, oh, well, why not just emulate, you know, upgrade your computer with this money and then, you know, do that. And my friend was just like, don't want to. My computer's fine. I want to get the Switch 2. Just get it for me. Yes. Or no, he didn't. He tried. He also tried not, Snow is reminding me, he tried not to give us the receipt. Because he was like, well, you know, return policy, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, give me the fucking receipt, dude. Like, my friend was so done. I was like, give me the receipt. We're not doing this. But at some point in there, when my friend kept repeating, you know, I can afford to do this. You know, I want to do this so I can play it, blah, blah, blah. I just want it. Let me get it. The dude started bragging, and he's like, oh, yeah, well, you know, money isn't a big deal for me anyways. Which came out of nowhere. money isn't a big deal for me. So, like, you know, because he was making it like a whole cost thing for my friend, which is the only reason it came up. He's like, money's not a big deal for me. You know, I like flip Pokemon cards on the side. It's a business you two should really think about getting in. You know, like it's a really good business. And we were like, and he was like, no, like I'm serious. You know, I'm not walking around with 20s in my wallet for no reason. And that at that point, me and my friend just kind of looked at each other like, and just stopped engaging. Because this dude just absolutely wanted to brag about the fact that he was walking around with 20s in his wallet. My man's got got at least three $20 bills jingling around, burning a hole in his pocket, and he just has to tell somebody, dude. I'll buy a Steam Deck instead of a Switch too. Oh, man, Stick. Dude, no, he was completely against any sort of handheld gaming. He was like, I don't know why anyone would want that garbage. Oh, man, that dude, he fucking sucked. Guy when I brought my Switch 2 was a homie. I had to buy one for myself and my dad. And the guy said, technically, I can't let you do this, but... And it went great. Awesome. With only 50s in my... I know, dude. I know. You'll never reach his level of... Oh, that's cute. Never reach his level, dude, you know? That man's walking around with 20s in his wallet because he flips Pokemon cards. He scalps, and he was bragging to... He said he was, like, in his 30s, by the way. I don't remember exactly what age he said, but he said he was in his 30s. He was... And mind you, this was 10 minutes before... Because, of course, the Switch 2s aren't on the floor. So we asked him, can we get one? And then this spawned all of this. 10 minutes of him doing this. And 5 minutes of that was just him bragging about him flipping Pokemon cards. He hadn't even brought the Switch 2 out yet. He hadn't even gone back and brought it out yet because he was just complaining. And just kept looking at his computer. Obviously, they were in stock because we had checked beforehand to make sure that they were in stock before we came, and it was the only place that had them in stock because this was before a lot of places, you know, were stocking them a lot. And oh yeah, I did want to get some of this for some of the areas. And he just kept trying to dissuade my friend from getting it. And my friend wasn't having it, you know? He just, you know, my friend is just very no bullshit kind of guy. So, like, you know, it was so funny because he was just kept going on. And he mentioned the 20s in his wallet thing twice. He said the exact same thing of, you know, I'm not walking around with 20s in my wallet for no reason. Like it was a brag. You know, dude in his 30s bragging to two, like... At the time, 25-year-olds. Or no, I had just turned 26, sorry. So a 26 and a 25-year-old working at a GameStop bragging about walking around with 20s in his pocket. 20s that he absolutely scalped. I'm like, dude, pick a struggle. You work at GameStop. Like, come on. Like, there ain't a problem if you work in, like, a retail thing. Trust me, everybody's got to work there. But it becomes a problem when you act like that. Like... Oh, man. Oh, yeah, that same... Oh, my God, yeah, yeah, not to mention... Oh, my God, yeah, Snowy, you talking about that. Not to mention the fucking... like 5 other minutes of that like tirade where he was bitching about, and then also a thing I think he did that is pretty illegal anyways. I don't think you're allowed to do this because you can get like actual money from it. He was like, oh, do you guys have a GameStop Pro membership? And we were like, no, we don't. And he was like, oh, you should get one, and then spent another 5 minutes trying to do it for us. And we were like, this is gonna be the last time we step into a GameStop. Anyways, so, like, fuck you. Who cares? And then he was like, oh, I'm just gonna put in my membership. Thanks for the free money, dude. And we looked at each other and we were like, I don't think you can do that. Like, I genuinely do not think that that's, like, a thing you're allowed to do. And then he was bragging about doing it to other people. He was like, yeah, I just suckered this kid and this other dad out of a couple bucks, too. By using the pro membership when they came in here to buy it. tried to get that poor kid not to get a Switch too, but, you know, you can't save them all. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Yeah, dude, absolutely. Dude, as soon as we left the store, immediately got on his phone and immediately opened Discord. And I was like, oh, he's absolutely bitching to his Discord about how we suck. So that like, absolutely, those guys sucks mega ding-dongs. Awful. Dude is sucking all the PP mega doo-doo. Oh, 100%. 100%. I bet you if we pressed him about it, he would have told us that he's like, yeah, I just take straight from the floor. Absolutely. Absolutely, there's no way that any of that Pokemon shit was making it to the fucking store floor whatsoever. Yeah, fun fact. Yeah, not smart to brag about your literal crimes. Hey, you know, there's an epidemic of that I see on fucking social media lately, man. What is with these dumbass kids, dude, doing like the most illegal shit ever and then literally posting the evidence of them doing it on social media? The biggest one that I saw, I think Charlie talked about it, was the fucking idiot that was that was scamming, using ChatGPT to scam DoorDash to show that that they were getting raw chicken and everything, and then like DoorDash responded to them on TikTok and was like, "Oops, should have blocked us, idiot." So dumb. All right, we need Scyther, Oddish, you, and then a builder. Oh, yeah, the people licking ice cream in store one was absolutely stupid. All right, Heracross, you do building. And then we need Pidgeotto. And then we needed Oddish. I know you just moved here, but I'm putting you to work right away. This one I don't have the specialty Pokemon for yet, so we can worry about that later. And then we need Scyther, right? I'll go pick him up in a second. And then everybody else can be whoever. Where the fuck did Scyther go? If you don't mind, you two. Where is Scyther? Actually, you two can come and help. Where the fuck did Scyther go? He was literally just here. Dude gave me shit and then fucked off. I'm flipping Gyarados. Are you not impressed by my hustle? I'm walking around with 20s in my pocket and Gyarados. I guarantee you, by the way, if me and my friend had showed any interest in Pokemon cards whatsoever, he would have absolutely tried to sell some on us. 1000%. There is no doubt in my mind that this dude would have tried to sell some cards to us. There was somebody else that was following me. I think it was Gulpin. Yeah, maybe don't announce your dude. Oh my God, Kai, do you remember all the fucking morons that were announcing that they were... How many more do I need? I think it's 3, right? Yeah, 3 more. All the people announcing when during the... and telling other people how to do the Chase Bank glitch. I don't know if anybody remembers that, where they were like, so yeah, literally just like commit bank fraud. Here's a TikTok tutorial on how to commit bank fraud. And then people posting themselves committing bank fraud, and then also not realizing that they were going to get you know, caught because it shows in their account, and they posted evidence on the internet of them committing bank fraud. Like, What in the fuck did we think was going to happen? Yeah, I just scammed Wells Fargo out of $10,000. Let's go, dude. Bank for Chase Bank, getting him out of bank. You know, they can't do it. Chase money glitch. Oh, you mean I owe that money back? Oh, I committed a felony? Knowingly? And you have proof of it? And that's an arrestable offense? Stupid, man. People are dumb. People are so dumb. It's like those fucking car and biker channels that fucking actively posting themselves running from cops. And it's like, dude, again, like, I'm all about fuck the police and all that shit, right? But what I'm not about is public endangerment. And publicly, like, endangering those around you. You know, also that you can get a couple lulls, you know, and troll, an epic troll the cops. I endangered the public for, you know, 15,000 views on TikTok. Someone took out hundreds of thousands. I imagine they either had to pay it back or they faced some sort of something. I don't know what happened with all of that afterwards. So we've got that, and that building. And then I want to fill it out with walkways in between. I do want to wait for it to rain so that it can fill out some of this gray stuff. I guess I can go build the farm out there. Although I do want to be able to get... I have a bunch of beans, so I guess I can start buying out this area here until I get some seeds for stuff. Oh, excuse me. World's dumbest criminals. Yeah, some of these folks are just absolutely not the smartest cookies. Hold on, I gotta go drop some of this shit off. Baby's first bank fraud. Through Microsoft, every time I reuse a flash drive with base Windows 10 and upgrade to present-day Windows. Damn right. You're goddamn right. What I'm streaming on right now, baby? And what's on Snowy's computer? Cracked version of Windows 10. You just download it off a flash drive, enter a thing, and then just go into your console and remove the shit. Bing, bang, boom, you're done. They can't do shit about it, dude. Whoop, 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 whoop. I gotta find my my thing that has Windows 10 on it too. That flash drive is somewhere. I don't remember where it's at. We can get rid of that in my inventory. That should be good enough. Sent random invoice on behalf of a company, and the other company just kept paying it. Problem was he did it too often and got caught. Yeah, that tends to be the thing that people do like way too often. Is that like, you know, they get a little taste of like, ooh, I did it, I did good. I got one over on this company. Now I'm gonna do it too much. I did see that story. Exactly, dude. Get your bag and get out, man. By the time they notice, dude, they're not gonna care. Bless you, bless you, bless you. Or yeah, don't commit crime, teehee. See, it's good that I'm getting all this furniture too right now, because now I can actually put all this furniture in the houses that we're building for whatever Pokemon that want to live in here. Just learned to keep it in my laptop bag now. That's smart. That's smart. I should really have a flash drive thing and just have a place to keep all the flash drives. Aww. Alright, maybe a little bit of crime. Just a little bit. As a treat. Whoa! Alright, you're getting a good deal on that. Alright, we'll go back out and then come back in. Okay, it doesn't happen that quickly. Alright, where can I put the stage? I could put it here. I don't know if I have space for these flowers. I don't, but I will in a moment. Well, god damn it. I don't want it on. Don't turn it on. Whatever, man. Whatever, bro. I'll put it over here. There we go. Now if I get on here. Oh wait, hold on. I can emote. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Pop it on my keyboard keys and couldn't bring it up. Oh man, dude, I gotta pop my fucking keyboard keys off. I need to give this thing a good clean. I'm floating. I'm Jesus Christ. This thing is full of cat hair. I absolutely need to give it a good clean. I'd say I want to wait until these buildings are built before we get some more stuff done. And I don't know of any gather Pokemon that we have. That's funny. They're gonna actually get up on there. That's cute. Because then I can start building out like a nice little road with some of the stuff. And then I can kind of connect the road and stuff in here. Because like this being more dirt paved and everything is nice. And then any of the new Pokemon we have, we can move into these areas. We'll have a nice little park area. And then I can start putting up little things as well too. That I think will look a little bit nicer. I also want to put balloons up. And I think too that also kind of keeps with the natural look of everything and in just kind of keeping it looking like, still a little lived in, but like not like insanely overdeveloped, I like keeping how some of the natural look looks. And plus, adding some of the pathways, too, will, help the Pokemon want to, hang out and everything, too, so. All right, Professor. I've got some shit for you. I got some shit for you, and then I'm going to God of War. We'll continue to clean this disgusting little thing. I'm so glad I invested in getting a mechanical blower instead of the canned air. It's so worth it. So worth it. I think I spent $20 on my blower. Or maybe even cheaper than that. So worth it. A USB recharge thing, great. The only thing I buy that's like the canned whatever is the contact cleaner. That stuff is so good with controllers and everything. $20 guy's story is the guy whose job it is to legally sell video games is telling you to just pirate brand new releases. And yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like, I absolutely know you can get in trouble with that, with like, GameStop corporate for that. Absolutely. So like, It's just so very funny. I'll show you a mechanical blower. Dude, the Sperminator's here. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Oh, a lucky egg. Dude, shove it up my butt. I'll buy a real keyboard and mouse instead of the $30 combo from Walmart. Hey, if it works, it works. Dude, Spredator and the Sperminator. What's up, Grubbin? What was I saying? Oh, personally for me, I switched from Razer because I do like my my Argibas. I switched from Razer to Glorious, because they don't require their built-in stuff to run. You know, they will just run, which is great. And there's here, I can pull it up really quick. There's 7. I think this is like a 70% keyboard. I changed out the keys with my own like yellow keys that we found at the thrift store because I like them a lot. It's very nice. I like this keyboard a lot. Super dope. It's super compact. It is super thocky too, which is exactly what I wanted. I like it a lot. Did I ask you what I wanted to do? I didn't mean to ask that. I don't want to ask you what to do. But I only want to emulate games that aren't easily available by conventional means. Dude, I'm the exact same way. If I have a way that I can just purchase a game for pretty cheap, I'll absolutely get it, you know, especially if it's a game I care enough about, you know? Even, like, I've gotten to the point with game collection where I'm collecting stuff that I don't even really care too much about, you know, but it's like, at this point, I'm like, oh, you know, this game just looks fun. I want to play this, you know? A fucking spaceship. Stick, I couldn't believe that. I could not believe that. I could not believe it when I saw that. Genuinely, I, like, so many things started to make so much more sense about, like, keyboard shit when he said that he had the fucking... that is actually just gold teeth. When he was just like, oh yeah, you know, I don't have any F keys. And it's like, you fucking shiz playing Minecraft. When he started talking about the fact that, you know, he didn't have any F keys, and everyone was like, huh? And it was just like, oh, yeah, this makes so much more sense considering the fact that it's you can't see them. You fool! You actual fool! And the fact that the keyboard that he has ordered, when he said he ordered a keyboard, is one that he pre-ordered. And it isn't coming out for like a couple years. He really is just the gift that keeps on giving, man. I cannot wait for his... for the Gavin Andrew Tech Day, where they fix his computer. that is going to be a day of all time. Yeah, on the 2004 laptop. God. So good. It's gonna be so stupid. All his keys have the letters on the front of the key. Oh my god, he did say that. Which, I mean, really isn't that crazy, but like, it just everything makes so much more sense now. Perpetual mess. I wonder, too, if they're ever going to finish the fight for Whoopi. I really wonder. I might have to send it back, man. Send it back so that Whoopi can actually finish it. Because also, I had that version of the game a long time ago when I was a kid. And the game's already completed like 2 or 3 times based on the badges that Andrew showed off during that fucking thing. The game's completed. They don't need to finish any fight. The fight's done. The war's over. I have another relic for you. And then I'm gonna play God of War. Andrew's already... Yeah, you're right. Andrew did already make the thumbnail. You know, that's a real, you know, what can you do situation there? What can you do? Oh, blue meteor lamp. How does that look? Meteor. Whoa, that's cool looking. That's cool looking. All right, yeah, next time we come in, I guess, yeah, we can kind of map things out a little bit better once I know where the doors and stuff for everything are going to be. I'm not sure how this is going to work, considering that we need to wait to gather Pokemon, unless some of them are already working and everything, and the game just doesn't know what to do. So I guess we'll wait and see for that, because the park being, like, in the middle here, kind of a central park, I think will be nice. And then, yeah, we can turn this little area over here into farmland, and then we're set, because I don't really want to do anything back there, and I don't really want to do anything with over here. I'm kind of fine leaving them kind of wastelanded, so that's fine. So yeah. But having these little 3 areas developed out, we have our own beach, we have our own this, and we have our own little central area, so that all kind of works out. And then I can plant flowers and do all that stuff and get more hedges up and more trees up and everything as we kind of go around. How big is this? That is not big at all. So that'll work out. All right, cool. Let's do some God of War.